everyone on Earth has the same five taste buds: sweet, sour, salt, bitter, and glutamate, monosodium glutamate. But we don't eat the same foods. We don't all like the same foods. And I think the best example is sushi. Sushi, I think, is the gay marriage of food. Sushi, I mean, sushi, the idea of eating raw fish.
I do like sushi, by the way.
The idea of eating raw fish was disgusting to Americans from, I assume, the founding through the 1980s. And it's in part that you just don't see people do it. And it's got this unusual texture. And so eating raw fish was this disgusting thing that we know Japanese people did, but we weren't going to do it. But then gradually, people saw other people eating raw fish, and you habituate to it. The behaviorists, like B.F. Skinner, who talked about reinforcement, conditioning, are very consonant with Aristotle, who said that we cultivate this second nature through reinforcement, through practice, through habit. Much of our moral life is like that. So even though our taste buds did not change, but the cuisine that we ate changed, and it changed much too fast for this to be biological evolution. It just changes a matter of a couple of decades. Part of that is that the older people, many of them would refuse to change, and younger people come in, they see people eating raw fish, it's not a big deal. Same thing with gay marriage. A lot of the change has been generational. When my parents were young, you just didn't see it, didn't hear about it. So when they found out my sister was gay, it was this terrible shame, and they had to hide it from the rest of the family. But, you know, younger people today, what's to hide? Why would you hide it? I mean, everyone knows people who are gay. So just as sushi became more common, homosexual relationships, friends became more common, and you get a generational change. But even within a generation, people habituate. So the cuisine that we eat is sort of an emergent construction which has to be consonant with our taste buds. But it can change. So I'm not saying that that our actual intuitions are innate. I'm saying our actual intuitions that we have in our political lives and moral lives are based on these innate universal receptors.